This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. When you look at this defense, they're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete into the hands of Fowler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Wells. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And outbounds right around the 20. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got this one complete to Fountain. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
The gain of 7 brings up second and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Graves. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
This is Young on the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But you look at this defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wells. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 29 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the deep... And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They go again with Powell. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Graves. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here's Powell. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Powell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run. This is Powell. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now, because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Wells looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fowler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Operating from the gun, Graves. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They run with Powell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Loss, 2nd and 12. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw. Graves. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Shreds the tackle. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fowler. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Wells. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff up the middle. McCullough, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On the ground, they go with Young, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they...
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Graves caught on the right side by Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Graves. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Graves. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Toss play, Powell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Operating from the gun, Graves. This is caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Wells. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Wells throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down. Wells. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That one goes for 8 yards.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Complete to Myers, the tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Back to throw. Graves. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. McCullough, he'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Wells. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Here's Young. Oh, nice move. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Young. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Wells. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Wells. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw. Wells. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Myers. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Wells, he finds his man, complete. It's Young. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start this with a run for Powell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Still 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Graves. And he'll find Hall. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Powell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Throwing to start the drive. Wells. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Young. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Powell. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Up the middle they go. Powell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Graves. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping a foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that's a... Because you think you get... covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turn. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wells. He finds his man, complete. That's Myers. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Looking to throw. Wells.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They begin with a carry for Powell. Gets around him, and he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Graves. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Graves. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They go play action here on first down. 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wells over the middle, complete. That's Rhodes. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Wells. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. McCullough, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out. Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Dukes. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Young. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there? And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win. Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back. You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed. So for the home team here, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.